Hey there, beer tubers. Welcome back to another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. I'm Average Joe, and it's the 7th and final day of Genny Week here on the channel. And if you guys haven't been following along this past week, it's been a great theme week. And the theme for this past week was me reviewing beers from the Genesee Brewing Company out of Rochester, New York. And in all honesty, it's been a great experience. Genesee gets a lot of shit for being a macro company and not producing world-class beers and whatnot. I mean, if you've had their Genesee beer, or their Genny Light, or Genny Ice, or even some people don't enjoy the cream ale, sure, I get it. But they are doing great things. Their Brew House Pilot Batch series is pretty damn solid. At the very least, it's creative. I don't want to say innovative, but they're doing some nice things. And I love the cream ale, even though I give it a 3.25 out of 5 for the style and a macro beer. It's a damn good one. And this past week kind of opened my eyes to trying more Genny stuff in the future. Whenever they release a specialty or a seasonal or something, I'll probably give it a go, maybe even give it a review. But if you're on the fence about Genny, if you're in the northeastern part of the United States or whatever, and you can get them in your area, try some of the Pilot Batch, the Brew House Pilot Batch series stuff. It's really solid. And like I said, at the very least, it's intriguing and fun to try. So anyway, I'm going to get off the soapbox here, and we're going to talk about the final beer I'm going to be reviewing this week. And this is their Dark Chocolate Scotch Ale. So this, once again, is from the Brew House Pilot Batch series of beers. And it is a Scotch Ale / wee heavy that comes in at 7.5% alcohol by volume and 20 IBUs. And they have a little spiel here on the side, which I will read because it's very short. It's not like a stone book or a story time. It says, a full-bodied Scotch Ale, elegant and complex, with decadent flavors and aromas from bittersweet Hedonist Artisan Chocolates, 72% dark chocolate. So Hedonist Artisan Chocolates, they are out of Rochester, New York, and they are using their 72% bittersweet dark chocolate in this beer. And yeah, so I don't know much more about this beer than that. There is no date here on the bottle, but I bought this about 6 months ago. It was late last year, and it's been sitting in my fridge ever since. And I thought, you know what? This is the perfect time to drink this beer. Why? Because it's a nice nightcap, but it's also a great way to cap the week. So many of these beers this week were refreshing, lighter, and this is just something that I gravitate. I love wee heavies, and putting the dark chocolate twist on it, sign me up. So give it a quick crack here. We are going to throw this cap here, right here. Oh, look at that smoke, man! I didn't want to show you smoke, but I was like blowing the smoke. I don't know what the hell. I blow smoke quite a bit when I talk, right? So anyway, let's give it a pour here and see what we got going on. So yeah, this beer for me is very interesting to try. I'm into it. I want to give it a go. Yeah, you guys can see how that looks. This pours out like a very deep caramel color. Has a decent clarity to it, about a finger of a straight up tan head. And when I cracked it open, I could smell all those wee heavy characteristics along with the chocolate right off the top. So let me get a nose on it. Oh wow, that chocolate is very present. Now, I'll just be honest with you. I hate saying that, I'll be honest with you, because honestly, I'm honest with you guys all the time when I review a beer. I'm not lying at any point about the characteristics or how I'm enjoying the beer, so even though I'll say that, I'm always honest. But anyway, so off the top, this has a very confectionery chocolate component to it. Almost like, and I don't take this in a negative way, but it smells like Hershey syrup. Yeah, it smells like Hershey syrup. It smells like someone actually took Hershey syrup or some kind of chocolate syrup and poured it into here, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. Do you guys like Hershey syrup? I mean, I do. Chocolate milk's fantastic. You put it on ice cream, it's great. Do I want it in a wee heavy? Maybe not, but I can't smell anything else. I did the Imperial Cream Ale yesterday, and that was a beer in which I pretty much more or less told you guys I couldn't get a lot out of the aroma and even the taste. It was a struggle. And that's the same with this one. I thought there'd be, I mean, they're talking about how it's elegant and complex. Maybe the flavor, maybe the taste, but the aroma, no. I mean, it's basically chocolate, a little bit more chocolate and more chocolate. If they're using 72% bittersweet dark chocolate, it's not in the aroma. This smells way more like like a milk chocolate. It smells like melted down milk chocolate, Hershey syrup, whatever you want to say. It smells like it's very sweet, and it's going to be very sweet. So I could sit here and lie to you guys and say, oh, I'm getting dark fruits and a smokiness and caramel and toffee and all this stuff. Not really getting anything but that overwhelming chocolate syrup component. I want to drink it, so we're going to drink it. Cheers, see what it has to offer. Now the taste, that's a bit better. Right up front, one thing I do notice though, 7.5%, being a wee heavy, bigger Scotch ale, it is a bit thin, Paul. It's a bit thin. I don't know why I reference Paul from PA Brewing in every review, but he just has a lot of things he says. I quote him a lot, and I do, and he's a friend of mine, so I'm going to continue to do so. But yeah, it's a bit thin. This is like medium to higher side of medium body. It doesn't have this rich, thick, I don't know, it doesn't mean to be thick, but closer to full body or lower side of full body, but it is a bit thin. Carbonation is a bit lower than I anticipated too. It's not flat, but there's also not a lot of carbonation here, which is fine. But at the same time, I was hoping for a bit more carbonation in this one. Yeah, it's a bit flat. Nothing that's going to ruin the experience though. Having a lower body and a little less carbonation. For me though, that carbonation is nice because it does have a slight creaminess to it. So it kind of plays. It works in conjunction with that creaminess. So I guess if the carbonation was a bit higher, I'd be a bit more, maybe a bit more upset, but I'm not. So body, mouthfeel, nice. The taste though is really nice. There's a ton of, this is a sweet, sweet beer. The first thing that hits me is that confectionery blast of chocolate. It's not as much Hershey's syrup in the taste, but more of just like you took milk chocolate, or let's say like a Hershey's dark chocolate. If you guys have ever had Hershey's dark chocolate out there, it's sweeter than like having a 50 or 60% dark chocolate bar. It definitely has more sugar in it, more milk and whatnot. So that, I would say this is like a borderline between a milk chocolate and a dark chocolate. So it has a sweetness behind it. I'm actually getting some nice wee heavy components in this one. Not overly so, but there is some nice caramel and toffee characteristics of this one. It doesn't really have a smoky component. A lot of these will have like a slight peaty or smoky characteristic that is quite nice. And this one, not so much. Maybe a touch of dark fruit, like a slight plum or something going on. But this one's all about that chocolate, all about caramel, all about toffee. If you like sweeter beers, if you like sweeter wee heavies, this is the one for you, and I do like that. So I'm thoroughly enjoying this one. Again, thoroughly enjoying. I say that a lot, so we're just going to say I'm enjoying this one, but not thoroughly. No, actually, I'm thoroughly enjoying it. For my palate, this is probably the best beer I've had this week. Yeah, rating-wise, I'm going to give this a 4 out of 5. It is the best of the week for me, and it's because this is probably my favorite style of anything I've had this week. But it's also the most enjoyable just to my palate. So 4 out of 5 for the Dark Chocolate Scotch Ale from the Genesee Brew House Pilot Batch series. Nice body, higher side of medium body. There's a nice softness and creaminess to the mouthfeel. A little bit undercarbonated, but it kind of works in conjunction with that softness and creaminess. But I would like to see a little bit more carbonation. A lot of sweet chocolate, milk chocolate, dark chocolate, caramel, toffee, maybe even like a nice bready malt component to this one as well. And you know what? It's a damn tasty beer. I'm glad I saved it for the cap, for the nightcap for tonight, but also to cap off the Genesee Brewing Company theme week. I really appreciate everybody this week watching. I've had way more views than I anticipated, way more comments, and a lot of likes, and a lot of people just seemingly enjoying the theme week. So I'll ask you in this video, if you guys enjoyed the theme week, let me know. Maybe I'll do some more theme weeks in the future. I'll probably make them 3 to 5 beers long. 7 is a bit much. I just so happen to have 7 beers that I wanted to do. 1 each day I think is a bit overkill, but 3 to 5 I think would work. And next time it's going to be a non-macro. A non-macro brewery. It's weird that I started with a macro brewery, but you know what? Genesee's been around for a long time, and I've liked their beers, and I felt it was my duty. No, it wasn't my duty, but I just wanted to do it. So anyway, yeah, that does it for another beer review here on the Beer Patrol. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications. Apparently it works. I've tried it now, and 2 thumbs up. So hopefully it works for you. And let me know if you've had this beer, if you've had anything from Genesee Brew House, if you've had anything from Genny at all. And again, I want some feedback on the Genesee theme week. Hopefully you guys provided. If not, I'll just assume everyone liked the theme week, and just that's all I'm going to do on my channel going forward. Nothing but theme weeks, all the theme weeks. We'll do Lagunitas for Raining on Your Parade. We'll do a Canadian craft brewery for all the Canadians that follow my channel. We'll do everything. We'll just do all theme weeks all the time if you don't respond. That's what we're going to do. Actually, we won't, but maybe. We'll see. Anyway, rambling now. Appreciate you guys stopping by. Until the next one.